Do you hear anything, Anubis? I don't. Think we can stay in here a little longer? Wait, you have to pee? Are you serious? We just passed a bathroom a few minutes ago. No, I don't have to go. I went when that thing came after us.
Psychological horror games in general aren't really something I play a lot of. I own some games that are in the horror genre, but they just don't appeal to me. Not because I don't like them, but just because I don't handle them very well. Alien Isolation and Soma are two games that I've owned for quite a while, and I just haven't finished. I've been meaning to, I just haven't gotten around to it because I'm such a pansy. So, anyways, Claire, the extended cut, is the console version of Claire, the original game, which was released on the PC. And, it's a really interesting game. The company that made it is Hailstorm Games. It's an indie team of 3 people, and they made a psychological horror game. And, I had the urge to play it, mostly because I have come to know one of the members of the team, and ever since I saw his skills from a post on Instagram showing, the music he's put together, I knew I had to give it a shot. So, without further ado, let's get on with this complimentary video review. That rhymes. It didn't take me long to realize that Claire was a different type of game. For instance, the world map itself is laid out on a flat plane like any map, and you travel left to right on the screen. While other users and other reviewers have had issues with it, I personally didn't. You take some time to get used to it, and that's pretty much it. But you don't play horror games for the map. You play horror games for being scared. And Claire really gets that through the audio. I mean, it's creepy playing through the game and dealing with the monsters. And they're not exactly shown clear on the screen, but dear Lord, their presence is announced excellently through sound design, both with the change in music and the sound effects. I'm getting chills just watching this footage myself. The gameplay itself is simple, consisting almost entirely of left and right movement, with furniture rearrangement involved and sometimes a little jumping. Dealing with enemies is as simple as running away, and though I often forgot I had the ability to sprint, it led to some interesting moments while I not so calmly sauntered away from the terrifying shadow monsters. The story itself involves you trying to figure out what's going on, with various simple objectives being presented to you. Some are obvious, with the map providing a clear marker showing you where to go. Others are not so obvious, offering only a general goal and a very broad area to search for the solution. Enemies aren't littering the game either. Much of the game leaves you in suspense while you scour the area for batteries and food and drink. You'll find a flashlight early on, but I barely used it since the lighter you also possess has an infinite reservoir of butane. You also need to monitor Claire's health and mental state, as panic can quickly bring an end to her, especially in higher difficulties. Thankfully, Hailstorm Games provided players with safe and comforting save points in the form of floating lanterns. Between the lanterns and the occasional hiding place, there's always somewhere you can steal yourself for more encounters. The Claire Extended Cut is one of the better purchases I've made, given that it not only provided me with a noteworthy experience, but it also comes from such a small and talented team of 3. Hailstorm Games crafted an experience that, while not groundbreaking by any means, calls me back to the days of playing older horror titles. The kind that used to give me nightmares as a kid. That said, I can definitely recommend the Claire Extended Cut for anyone who's looking for another horror title to enjoy. Thank you for watching this complimentary video review.